File 2A. Listening. Speaker 1.
Can I live on my salary? Well, I don't have many problems really, because I'm still living with Mum and Dad. Don't get me wrong, I give my mum some rent, but it's definitely much cheaper than living on your own. I've got quite a good salary actually. I'm a graphic designer. I don't really spend much. I buy some new clothes every now and then, and I have to put petrol in my car, of course. But apart from that, it's just going out at the weekend, really. Most of my money goes into a savings account so that I can buy my own house one day.
Speaker 2.
I find it really hard to live on my income because I've only got a part-time job. Being on my own with my daughter means that my mom has to look after her when I'm at work. At least I don't have to pay for childcare. The flat we live in is rented, so that's where most of the money goes. I don't think I'll ever be able to afford our own place because the bank won't give me a mortgage. Apart from the rent, my money goes on food and clothes for my daughter. Still, I mustn't complain. I've got a lovely daughter, and that's all that matters, really.
Speaker 3.
I think I'm quite lucky, really. I'm fairly healthy for my age. I've got enough money to live on, and I've got my children and grandchildren. When I say I've got enough money, I don't have any fancy holidays or anything like that. But I'm comfortable. I've paid the mortgage, so that's one less expense, and I haven't got any bank loans to pay either. My one little luxury is going out for lunch a few times a week with some friends. I suppose that's where most of my money goes, really, on food.
Speaker 4.
Can we live on our salaries? Well, I'm not very sure, actually. My husband is a teacher, so he doesn't earn that much. Certainly not enough to bring up 2 children. That means I have to go out to work as well. I've got a full-time job at the local supermarket. And that's our biggest problem, really, because we need someone to look after the children. Our childminder costs a fortune. We spend more on childcare than we do on our mortgage. Then there's food and new clothes for the children, too. Honestly, it isn't cheap having kids these days.